Check out FlipsideGaming.com for all your gaming needs. Use the promo code HEROES to save 10% on all orders over $10.
Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends. Welcome to the special Picks of the Month edition of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch. This is the Picks of the Month video for May 2023, and this time we're going to be talking about the 10 hottest March of the Machine, the Aftermath cards. These are the cards you currently want to crack out of a booster pack to either play with or sell to help the hobby pay for itself. First, a couple things. One quick word about this video series. Obviously, it comes out once a month, but it does go out to the gold patrons first. By the time you see it on YouTube, it could be about 24 to 48 hours later, and some of these prices could have shifted a little bit, so keep that in mind. Remember, these cards are just starting to get into circulation, and the prices will be in flux in the coming weeks and months. But so far, it doesn't look like the set's selling very well, which means this will most likely be a low circulation product. We have seen those kind of products take off in the past. Look at Cold Snap, or good foils from Innistrad Double Feature, for example. And the second thing I want to point out is that I'm going to be taking a little time off for the next couple weeks, but I'll be back before you know it. Okay, just one more thing. I wanted to remind you, if you go to FlipsideGaming.com, you can use the Heroes promo code to save 10% on orders over $10. Currently, you can pre-order Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle-earth products there, but they have a whole lot of other things on their website as well. Remember, if your order's over $100 or consists only of singles, shipping will be free in the United States. Also, whenever you use the Heroes promo code, it does support the channel, which is always appreciated, so thank you. And without any further ado, let's get into it. Alright, our number 10 card is Kiora, Sovereign of the Deep. $3.20 right now, pretty reasonable price. Many Commander players love tribal decks, and this is being used as a commander for decks running Krakens, Leviathans, Octopi, and Serpents. Number 9 is Nahiri, Forged in Fury, $5. We just talked about one subset of Commander players, but there's another subset out there that likes to play equipment-centric builds, and now that the sword cycle is finally complete, maybe you want a new commander to play with them. This is getting a good amount of play as a commander, and it is in the 99 at times of Othari Sun's Glory builds. Number 8 is Tyvar the Bellicose. This is at $6 right now, $1 more than the previous card, still not too expensive. Remember what I said about tribal commander builds? This is already showing up in elf builds around Lathril Blade of the Elves, but Tyvar is also being used as a commander. You could take this and go with an elf build with some elves that produce mana, or you can lean into a build with other creature types that produce mana, perhaps with some ramp payoffs. Number 7 is Training Grounds, $6.49. This is the only rare on the top 10 today. All the other cards are mythic, that says something. This is also a reprint. The card was originally from Rise of the Eldrazi. It did get reprinted in the list prior to this though. This gets commander play in different builds like Kenrith the Returned King, for example, but this also shows up in Sliver commander decks from time to time. Remember, Commander Masters is bringing us a new commander deck called Sliver Swarm, headlined by a new 5-color legendary sliver named Sliver Grave Mother. You see it on the screen now. Pause the video if you feel like you need to take a moment to drink it in. But anyway, back to Training Grounds. There could be an increased amount of interest in the card when the deck comes out, perhaps. This is also in some other builds too that a lot of commander players are trying to put together, like Jin-Gitaxias / The Great Synthesis from March of the Machine, and Tazri Stalwart Survivor from March of the Machine, the Aftermath. Number 6 is Sarkhan Soul of Flame, $7.25. Did I mention that tribal decks are popular in Commander? This is already showing up in dragon builds there like Miram Sentinel Worm and the Dragon. It is also on builds around an Eternal card from March of the Machine, Goro Goro and Satoru, and it has seen some play as a commander as well. Number 5 is a card that was heating up this week, Calyx Guided by Fate, $8.04. Many are already trying this out as a commander and enchantment-centric decks, while others are adding this into those kind of decks, like Sithis Harvest's Hand, for example. However, this is another card to watch for the future. One of those Commander Masters decks is called Enduring Enchantments, and this may be a good upgrade there. Let's take a look at the front-facing commander, Anichthea, Hand of Erebos. Number 4 is Narset Enlightened Exile, $8.49. This has been turning out to be a popular commander for spell-slinging style decks. I've also seen some use it to upgrade the March of the Machine Divine Convocation commander deck, and it's in fresh builds at times around a card from there, Saint Traft and Rem Carolus. Number 3 passes that $10 mark. It is Obnixilis Captive Kingpin, $12.30. There is a standard deck floating around that runs 4 copies of this in the main. In fact, MTG Goldfish recently showcased this in an Against the Odds video, and there is some buzz around the build. It is a Rakdos combo deck using this with All Will Be One. The deck tries to get those two cards in play, and then it has different ways to do 1 damage to the opponent in order to start the damage loop. Beyond that, some are trying this out in Pioneer Rakdos Sacrifice as well. Not surprisingly, this is also getting a lot of play as a commander in builds that use All Will Be One. And it's in the 99 of a few decks there too, like Nekusar the Mindraiser for example. Number 2 is Karn, Legacy Reforged, $14.13. Do you like Commander? Do you like artifacts? Do you like characters that don't wear pants like Donald Duck? Here is the Commander for you, and a lot of players are building around it. It is also in the 99 of a few builds, like Urtet Remnant of Memnarch for example. And coming in at number 1, probably no surprise if you've been paying attention to the market at all, Nissa Resurgent Animist, $41.14. Pretty expensive right now, although it has been going down in value over the last 48 hours or so. Maybe by the time you see this video, it will be a little cheaper. But this is the breakout card right now for March of the Machine The Aftermath. It has already been showing up in modern Omnith Locus of Creation builds. Remember, not only is Omnith an elemental, but those builds also run a number of evoke elementals like Endurance, Fury, and Solitude. This plays very well with those cards, and those new look Omnith builds are doing great right now on MTGO. In fact, Andrea Mengucci streamed the deck this week, which may have brought some more attention to it. Plus, it is beginning to show up in Pioneer 5-color mid-range builds. Those typically run 4 copies of Omnith Locus of Creation as well. Beyond that, you know Elf Commander decks are popular, and many are trying this out now as a new commander for those. By the way, the front-facing commander for the Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth Elvish Council commander deck was just leaked, which might get some people thinking about this as an upgrade to that Simic build. And it's also appearing in the 99 of some builds, including in decks around a few new cards. Thalia and the Gitrog monster, as well as Omnith Locus of All from March of the Machine, and Jor-El, Voice of Zhalfir from March of the Machine The Aftermath. Alright, that's going to do it for our Picks of the Month video for May 2023. Like I said, I'm going to enjoy a couple weeks off, but I will be back before you know it. Until next time, hey, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and have a great day. Hey, thanks for watching. This video is made possible through the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Check out the description below for links to our Patreon page, as well as our Amazon affiliate store, where a small percentage of all sales will also help support the channel. Finally, if you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the new videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon, and have a great day.